I'll now ask you, Mr. Balasubramanian, to help us identify any key themes that you believe should be on top of investors' radar as we move into the new year. We are going to be seeing the first major trigger by the way of budget now coming in on 1st Feb. Before that, we also have Mr. Donald Trump, although globally, taking office, and the way he shapes up of policies is also going to be one thing that investors will keep an eye out on, keeping in mind that whether the flows will return as the signs are already visible from the FIIs as well. Keeping in mind all of this, what is it that you would believe investors' top focus should be in 2025 in terms of themes and sectors?
Yeah, I think clearly from investors' point of view, one, we fight in the economic growth and some element of support by the optimism which they need to have, especially when it comes to the question of equity investing. I think that should continue. I think, as I mentioned earlier, if the interest rates, if they start coming down, naturally, if the US interest rates come down by about 100 basis points, our estimate for next year, and as I am speaking, we are already saying some of the other monetary policies also start cutting the rate, and India too will actually participate in the rate cut next year. So, therefore, from investors' point of view, whenever such a thing happens in monetary policy, it's done actually for two reasons. One, of course, drive the growth back, and so that the cost of capital comes down, the people will come back in the investment mode, and therefore it actually start driving the growth in the economy as well as the corporate earnings. Therefore, from investors' point of view, I think they should continue to stay invested and continue their investment which they have been doing for last say 5, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years. Therefore, the equity as an asset class will remain one of the best asset class to invest in, given the fact that the interest rate starts coming down, then the earnings, equity assets will become more better alternate assets for investors' point of view. And my own belief is all the steps that will be now taken in the 2025, all of them actually would be more with an intention to drive back the growth in every economy that they are driving. Even a recent example of China, if you have to take, what are the steps that are being taken at this point of time after seeing pressure for the last 2, 3 years? All such steps that are being taken by the China as a government is more to get the growth back. Therefore, the growth is going to be the focus area for everyone. Of course, as always, the monetary policy authority looks at it, government looks at it. You have the right balance between the inflation and growth. My own belief is the entire focus would be more on the growth aspirations, how to get that revived. Therefore, one has to just keep that fight on the table by continuing to make the investment from longer term point of view to the equity and equity mutual funds.